Hello, fellow creatives. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm back here at this wedding island, and we're going to be building this beauty today. This is a reception area for our previously built wedding stuff, including the scenic platform where you can get married, and the bridesmaids' quarters, which is in this house right here. Check those out in the info icon up on your screen if you want to check those out. But today, let's go ahead and kind of look at this old stone ruin here. This is where we're going to be building our reception area. This is a modded build, by the way. So I'm going to be using castles, keeps, and forts architecture. Hello. My speakers are louder than normal because I've replaced them with ones that actually work without headphones. And so everything is like turned up to 11, and I don't know if that's going to come through, but if there's a volume change, that's why. So that's why that Pteranodon kind of startled me. But anyway, I'm using the Castles, Keeps, and Forts architecture mod. Let's go ahead and see down here. We got these keep foundations for that. We're using Eco's Garden Decor for a few of these plants and trees and things, along with Eco's RP Decor for this round table, Eco's Stable Structures and Eco's Stable Structures and Decor for the chairs, Ecotrees for the trees, and Structures Plus, I think, for just the pillars, really. You might be able to just use vanilla for that, so you may not need that one. But that's the mods we're using, and as usual, you can download them using the links in the description below. Also, as usual, with my builds, make sure you have disable placement structure collision turned off in the ARK rules on your server or single player world. And yeah, that's pretty much all the preamble. So let's go ahead. Let's get started. The first thing we need to do is we need a floor because, oh, hey, that's for my pre-build. We ain't going to be using any of this stuff. Hello. Down you go. Boom, 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 boom. I love the physics in this game sometimes. Okay, so we're going to cover this up. And the way we're going to cover this up is I'm going to use this foundation, and I'm going to bring it up almost to where it's just below the surface. I think I can do it. That's just above the surface. And yeah, okay, so there we go. Then I'm going to bring it all the way out to where it's just about flat, and I'm going to place it. Okay, that's a little low, but it should do just fine because it just gives you a little lip. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and cover this out. And we're just going to go all the way as far as we can, which just goes about to there. Okay, great. So, that's not a big deal because we have a way to add more foundation support, which is these pillars. So can I jump down there without dying? I can jump down here. Okay, so I'm going to put a small pillar right here, and we're just going to build it all the way down to the basement like that. Awesome. Okay, so now we can, I may have to go down and around, but this is a single player world. I can cheat, so I'm cheating. All right, there we go. You, however, may want to bring a tapahara down there so you can get back up before you seal yourself in. Very, very important, that kind of thing. Oops. Okay, so when that happens, I'm just going to delete that and try to replace these. They are attaching to something else. I'm not quite sure what. There we go. Okay, so now we have a nice little floor. And because of the Castles Keeps mod, it comes with this nice little gun here. This is called a primitive material changer gun. And what we want to do is cycle to this. Kind of the orangey marble type of look. I think it's this. I'm pretty sure it is. I don't think there's another one that looks like this. Is there? Let's check. Nope, that's it. So you want the orangey marble, not the sandstone. That's too yellow. This is a nice little kind of color, and you can just click on these, and it'll change the colors. And good, I did a good job on the seal here, so I don't really need to fill in over there. Okay, awesome. So now that we have our floor, let's see, what next? Maybe we should do a little bit of decoration and stuff before we place the the tables and things. Okay, so I think I want a flower garden. So let's put one right here. I'm going to use this as kind of our, actually, let's not do that. Let's bring out the soil planting. So this is a thing that sticks up really tall for some reason, but it seems to work okay. And what I want to do is I want to do this, and I just want to shove, where is it? I've lost where I put the thing. Which one is it? Oh, it's 3. Okay. I just want to do this and put them together like that, and then we will perhaps... oh, it's going to be difficult. Okay. So what you want to do is actually place this one first, and then go over here. Place this one right here, and then double it up on this side. Not too much. Just be very subtle about it. And right there. Okay, there we go. So now we have our soil planting, and now we need our border for the soil planting. So I'm just going to place that right here, and these are the Structures Plus Fence foundations. I think normal ones will work too, so, you know, your mileage may vary. But I'm just going to cover it up right between the borders here. Okay, much better. So now we are going to go ahead and decorate our flower garden. So the one thing I want is this kind of cluster right here. So I'm going to put that, I think, right about here. That'll look pretty good there. What else am I missing? Let's do one of these large things right here. So that's a redwood fern. And if it's a little off, you can, of course, pick it up and replace it so that it's kind of centered a little better. And then maybe I want some wildflowers here, so I'm just going to kind of dot these all around. So let's just do that. All over the place, all the way up to the end here. Okay, great. And then maybe, how about an azalea bush to kind of just anchor this thing to the pillar here? Okay, very nice. And hey, let's do 2. Why not? Okay, that's looking pretty darn good, but there's still something that's missing. How about we use one of these lamps, these pretty lamps that we have been using all throughout, and let's put it right here. Okay, very nice. So we have one. Maybe we want 2 though. So let's put one right here at the very end. Okay, and then let's put one right here at the very beginning of this cluster. Okay, there we go. Very nice. That looks pretty good. And then maybe we should kind of decorate out here a little bit. So let's put one right here, right in the middle. Okay, that's a little crooked. We can fix that later. And then over here, this kind of needs one, but there's not really a place that's solid to put it. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to bring out these a little early. We're going to take these cypress lit trees and go ahead and just place it right in there. Yeah, there you go. So that just kind of will light up the entrance. Let me replace it. Much better. It's a little further out, works better for me. Okay, great. So, hey, we have a nice little front entrance. Let's go ahead. Let's start working on the flower beds around here. So, same basic idea is go ahead, place some one of these here. Actually, I think what we want to do first is we're going to do this one backwards. So, let's go ahead and place these right here on the other side, and then right there so that they fit right in. Okay, very nice. And then we'll put the soil right in here. And we just want one row this time. I think that's all we're going to need. And then we can put fence foundations on the other side to just kind of go ahead and frame it in here. And it's still a little crooked. So trial and error, folks. Trial and error. We're back to that. That looks really nice. And so what we're going to put here are these nice little ferns. So just 2, basically, because they're huge, right? And they really don't need our help filling it out. So that looks really good. So what I want you to do now is to go ahead and do this for this, and this. And I'll see you on the other side. Welcome back, fellow creatives. All right, so this looks pretty good. What I'm going to do now is I've got these lit cypress trees, and we're going to go around and we're going to just dot them around. And while I'm doing that, I would like to ask you to do me a favor. I get comments all the time about people saying they're going to build something of mine, or something that I've done has inspired them to be creative in some way. And if you're watching this and you've done that, and it doesn't matter if you built something from this like current series or not, or even if it's like an ARK build, can you go ahead and tweet me screenshots of what you've made that one of my videos has in some way inspired you to make? Because I would just really like to see them, and I think it'd be a cool experiment to go ahead and retweet everything that you guys send me, so that you can all see what you've been working on. And so, yeah, go ahead and tweet me. It's at SWChris on Twitter, and I will do that, and we'll see all the cool stuff that we've been doing. And go ahead and give me a follow there if you haven't already. Let's see. What else do I need to do? Let's go ahead and go up here because this place needs some shade, right? It's too glaring, too much sun. So let's go ahead and fly up. And we are going to go ahead and we're going to put an ivy ceiling on this bad boy. There is an ivy. Where's my ivy? Ah, there it is. Okay. I had to go ahead and respawn it in because apparently I forgot to do it last night. Okay. So what we're going to do, believe it or not, this whole thing is a ground object. You can put stuff in here just like that pillar. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a small pillar from S plus right about here. Just draw an imaginary line from this over to here and from here over to there. And that should be the intersection point for one of the corners. You want to do that on all four of them because that's the only way to make it look symmetrical. Okay, and then what you can do is you can come down here and this should just poke out. You should be able to place that. That's exactly what you want to do. Just make it so it's not that visible. If it is, don't worry about it. Just paint it brown or something when you're done. It'll blend in pretty well. And then what we can do is we can just go ahead and stick some ivy on here, like so. And we can just go like this. And we can just kind of fill in this whole thing, right? So it's pretty cool. It goes out pretty far. Apparently the extension for this is goes fairly far, farther than normal. But as you can see, we can't quite go all the way, so we will need these pillars over here to provide additional foundation support. So go ahead and do that. I'll be right back. Okay, not too shabby. We've got a nice little thing, ivy canopy here. So now let's go ahead. Let's start actually filling this place out. So we've got a nice little head table here. It's actually a little too large for the purposes we want, but it'll work okay. So I'm gonna put a head table right there. And then there should be just enough room to go ahead and put some of these chairs from the, what do you call it? The Stable Structures mod. So yeah, so I'm just gonna put 4 chairs right here. So it'll be for the bride and groom and their best man and maid of honor, I guess. And we could probably have more around the side if we wanted. There's probably room for more around the side. So let's do that really fast. All right, something like that. And then something like this. Okay, very nice. So yeah, we got some nice chairs, nice little head table here. Everyone can see. I've got these purple tablecloths. I've decided for this wedding that one of the wedding colors is purple. So I'm going to put a tablecloth right here. And oh, that's interesting how that's kind of being a pain. It didn't used to do that. So apparently it does it now. Oh well. We'll just live with it because I think we can make it work. So I'm gonna put a tablecloth here. And oh, I'm totally messing this up. Okay, that kind of works, I guess. But there's a way to fix this. See this giant roast pig? Let's just put that right here. Okay, there you go. That covers up any of the Z fighting, and it looks pretty good. Maybe we would want to bring it out a little further to the front so that these people can still have a place to eat. Okay, there you go. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I like that. So we got a nice roast pig here. And then what we can do is we can, let's go ahead and put these tables here. Let's just dot them around. Not really necessary to do a whole bunch. Let's just say that this is for a small gathering of people. There we go. And then let's do a table. Let's do a table back here. And let's call this the dessert table. Okay, so let's put a tablecloth right here. And let's put desserts right here and right. Oh, okay, that looks weird that they're oriented the exact same way. So let's rotate it. There we go. Right there and right there. Awesome. Okay. And then what we can do for the tables is go ahead and put a purple tablecloth down here, and then dot plates on each of the 4 corners. Just like this. And these are all from the RP Decor mod, by the way. Okay, there you go. So, there we go. And the chairs, of course, are from the Stable Structures mod. But basically, you want every table to look something like this, okay? And then, really quickly, I forgot something. We need to place a nice little decorative lamp right there. Because when it gets dark, we're going to want some lights. Oh, and speaking of lights, let's go ahead and place those. So we're going to put 1 string per thing about halfway up the columns. So count maybe 2 sections up and then aim for the string. Make sure that they're about like that. Okay, so that should be high enough. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That's kind of intruding, but that's what you want to do for all 4 of these, okay? So just line it up as best you can. There you go. That one's a little better. Make them all look like that. All of these sections here should have lanterns. So let's take a look at the finalized version of this that we have done in our video. I went ahead and I added safety railings to either side of this here. There's just vanilla with fence foundations. You can do it. I don't need to show you. I went ahead and I straightened out these tables here and I added plates to everything. And plates over there, and I filled out the dessert table a little bit. Basically, all these tables were rotated weirdly, and so I made sure they're all at the same rotation so I could fit this number in to this floor. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what it looks like at night. Okay, yeah, this is pretty cool. So at night, after dinner, you can basically maybe clear the tables away and turn this into a nice little dance area. There's an area over here as well for mingling. The lit cypress trees really kind of make a nice addition. They just really kind of light up this area. It's really cool. I really think it's kind of neat. Let's go over here and let's take a look at a special thing. So let me see here. There it is. A journal. So here's a comment that I pulled. There are toilets in ARK, and you should add those to rooms for aesthetics. No need to plumb them in. And it's a great build. I love it. So that's Sir Pineapple the First. He was speaking about a previous build that I did. Yes, I should totally use toilets in ARK. The reason I haven't before is because, confession, I haven't really played survival since like June when the toilets came out. So I always forget they're there, and so I always forget to put them in my builds. But rest assured, I will try my best to start using toilets. That's such a terrible sentence. Okay. Well, anyway, I think this might be it for the Wedding Island series. I've got these 3 builds. Comment below if you can think of other ideas to build here, and I will totally revisit them if they're if they're good, and I'll do my best. Anyways, if you enjoyed this vid, you are in luck because it's part of a whole channel full of ARK building videos. I didn't used to think I was very creative until I tried, so I'm making these videos to help you be creative too. So subscribe and then become a little more creative by clicking on one of the 2 videos on your screen. And I will see you next time, and in the meantime, go make something awesome. Bye!